Here comes Tyus Battle. Boom! Right up the middle, and he is gonna go! Then spin up
And we welcome you to the Hun School of Princeton for some Mid-Atlantic Prep League football live here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. It's the Hun School of Princeton going up against the Blair Academy Buccaneers. Going to see some big-time athletes here tonight. Jude Buchanan, the captain for the Blair Academy Buccaneers. Running back, plays both sides of the ball. Tough, hard-nosed football player. Marco Linez, the quarterback for the Hun School of Princeton. And this guy's got the modern quarterback skill set. Good arm as we have the coin toss at midfield between Blair and Hun. See Hun coming out, black jerseys, Blair Academy, white jerseys. And this should be a fun one. Nothing like Mid-Atlantic Prep League football as you've got Blair and Hun, with Hun really dominating this this rivalry recently. As we take a look at this, the last few matchups between Blair and Hun, it's been all Hun School of Princeton, 50-12 back in 2019. It's been the first time that they played since before the pandemic. But the Hun School of Princeton with this offensive line that is among the best that you will see in not only the state of New Jersey, but all the way in America, as you just got to look, and we'll see a little bit later on, Jake Allen out there taking the coin toss for the Hun School of Princeton, named to the All-American team. So he's going to head to San Antonio to join his All-American teammates, and he will anchor this offensive line. #1 offensive lineman in the state of New Jersey, and there he is, number 74. The big man will be a focal point of this Hun School of Princeton offense, and you don't often say that at really any level, highlighting linemen, but it's a different story when you talk about the Hun School of Princeton and what Todd Smith has put together over the years along the trenches, and got to look at this offensive line and the rest of the Hun School of Princeton offense with Marco Linez. Warm-up tosses on the sideline. Good look at Tom Monfiletto, communications department for the Hun School of Princeton. Working around with his gimbal camera, getting those tight shots, and that's a good shot right there with Marco Linez ready to play under the lights. Obviously no permanent light fixtures here in here at the Hun School of Princeton, but it'll be a cool atmosphere with Hun and Blair underway here from the Hun School of Princeton. Jake Lezer, the first touch of the game, the post-grad from Clearfield, Pennsylvania, and he brings it out just across the 25 to the 26-yard line, and that's where the Hun School of Princeton will start its day. Or its evening, I should say, as the natural light dims and you hear that little hum in the background of the temporary light fixtures, all running off of generators along the track. Not often we see a nighttime game here at the Hun School of Princeton, but here we go. 1st and 10, Hun. And we got a handoff and a good tackle for Blair Academy. Not much on first down, just a gain of 1. Usually these matchups are physical, and along the lines is usually where the battle is won between Hun and Blair. Both teams with good representation at the next level and beyond. And jumping there, it's going to be an offsides against Blair Academy, as Fadiyibi Wale jumped offsides on the edge. So that'll make it a more manageable, open up the playbook for Marco Linez. 2nd and 4 for the sophomore quarterback. Linez in the gun, 3 receivers left. He looks that way first. Air it out deep. He's got a man wide open. It's Francesco Barone in for a score, and the Raiders strike early. Breakdown in the defensive secondary for Blair Academy, and the Hun School of Princeton strikes early. 6-0 Hun. And this year, you don't often see this with the Hun School of Princeton kicking field goals, but they've got themselves a really good kicker in George McManus. Actually goes by Will, and Will knocks it through. 7-0. Hun leads Blair on this long pass. Linez to Barone. 75 yards. And a good start for Hun. It's only 1:17 in the game, and well, the weapons that this Hun School of Princeton team has, it's going to be tough for Blair to match, but their offense will come onto the field down by 7. And so McManus is back for the kick. A post-grad from Glendon, Maryland. There he is, number 31. Big leg. And he skies this one high inside the 5-yard line. A lot of hang time, too, for Hun to get in coverage, and they will stop the returner inside the 20-yard line. So pretty much as good as you can ask for if you're the Hun School of Princeton to start, both on offense and special teams, and now their defense will get a chance. So Blair starts at their own 18-yard line. Man in motion. And the handoff up the middle. Tough, hard-nosed yardage on first down. Goes our player to watch, Jude Buchanan, one of 3 captains on this Blair Academy team. Quarterback Daniel Schuster from Camp Hill, Pennsylvania, comes back to the huddle. So 2nd and 7. Man in motion is Gallego Yannick. And they go up the middle. It was a good fake. Not much doing there on 2nd down. 3rd and long upcoming. Get another look on the replay of that one. So on the keeper, Daniel Schuster. If it was a RPO or a run pass option, it's probably the good option because you saw Buchanan stopped in his tracks in the backfield. 3rd and 7. To the near side, pass complete, 1st down yardage for Blair. Got it to Mike Higgins, 6'5" tight end from Hohokus, New Jersey. And there he is, number 88. Strong throw from Schuster here. Stop immediately by Barone, and we saw him make a lot of plays last year. Got some help from Joseph Goodman, the junior, on that play, but a fresh set of downs for Blair. 1st and 10 from the 29. Quick screen, and that is off the mark. Trying to get it into the hands of Pat Nichols. Musa Kane also in there for the Blair Academy Buccaneers. They're going to try to get it in his hands sooner rather than later. The 6'1" wide receiver from New York. Second and 10 after the incompletion. Schuster bringing a man in motion. Decent amount of time, now steps up. Oh, he's got a man deep down the field, and he completed it, but it was dropped incomplete. Oh boy, a big play for Blair was there for the taking. Schuster maybe a little bit of an underthrow after he scrambled, and Mike Higgins was down the field wide open. As we get another look on the replay, and you see Higgins beating his man on the outside. And good job by Schuster to get rid of that football. He was hit immediately, but the play defensively made by Kamar Archie, the freshman from Robbinsville, New Jersey, who we will certainly be talking about on the offensive side of the ball, but he makes a good play to loose that football up on 2nd down to bring up a 3rd and 10 for Blair. Schuster, 3-step drop over the middle. He has got his man, and inside the 20, it's Musa Kane. We told you that they were going to try to get the ball in the hands of Musa Kane pretty quickly, and they do. And it looked like a breakdown in coverage for Blair, as look how open he was. Yeah, he wasn't running that fast, but he was running pretty fast down the middle of the field. And it'll bring up a 1st and 10 and a couple of 3rd down conversions for Blair. Puts them in business here in the 1st quarter, down by 7. Can they capitalize in the red zone, though? On the keeper, it was a direct snap to Jude Buchanan. And he's stacked up by a host of Raiders, including Owen Wafel. Gonna look at that defensive line for the Hun School of Princeton. Big Michael Gavin as well along the front. Brian Ingram also playing defensive tackle. 2nd and 10. It's Schuster for Kane, and he's wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Dante Barone, junior from Manalapan. So both Barones making plays already. One offensively, and Francesco, and how about Dante off the edge, stopping the dangerous Musa Kane. And it will bring up a 3rd and long for Blair. We do not know the capability of the kicker for Blair Academy, so you wonder if it's 4-down territory. Schuster on 3rd down, looks end zone, got it to the big man. Higgins brings it in, touchdown Buccaneers. Mike Higgins, an early target. And why not when you're 6'5", 235. And Blair with a great response. Both teams taking their opening drives down the field for a touchdown. Higgins for Blair most recently. Very impressive drive there. The big play to Musa Kane down the middle of the field. And the kick is up. The kick is good. So that kicker is actually Daniel Schuster, and he knocks through the extra point. Get another look at the touchdown for Blair Academy. Higgins split out off your screen to the left, and they look his way immediately in one-on-one coverage. He's got that height advantage. Over Joseph Goodman. So we mentioned before, Jake Allen, now an All-American. This was him before the game, being honored by head coach Todd Smith, his parents on his right, pumping up the crowd before the game. Great to see. Phenomenal career. Again, one of the best, if not the best, in the state of New Jersey. Jacob Allen, Rutgers commit, so he'll stay here in the Garden State. And be honored along with all of the other national candidates for the All-America game. Big congratulations to Jacob Allen, as this is going to be a tough one for Hun. Little pooch kick, and well done by the Hun School of Princeton. And it looked like Dylan Bucheri who brought it in. This is the touchdown on the first series of plays for Hun. Francesco Barone went deep. And it was 75 yards for Francesco Barone that got the scoring started. And we are back to live action with a fresh set of downs and a new drive for Hun. They'll keep it on the ground to start. And a good run, first down yardage for Joseph Goodman. So good to see Joseph Goodman getting a touch on that ball after he was the defensive back on the Mike Higgins touchdown. It's good coaching by Todd Smith. Put the ball right back in the hands of a guy and get his confidence back up. First and 10, just shy of midfield. Linez, play action. Had a lot of time. Now he's got a roll. And he throws it at the feet of Jake Lezer. Mike Higgins, there he is again on the pressure. So there's Todd Smith and Marco Linez. Head coach QB duo. Saw a lot of good things from Marco, the junior quarterback this year. He was a sophomore last year and got really invaluable experience and a chance to settle in as the man behind center for Todd Smith's offense. He can run and throw. This time he runs. He can lower his shoulder too. Across the 45-yard line, tough running for 9 yards by Marco Linez. Take another look. Linez with Buchanan on the tackle. It wasn't an easy one. Also may have been Pat Nichols in there on the stop. Bring up a 3rd and 1 for Hun. Back in the wishbone formation, usually a signature of Blair Academy. Big hole along the left side. Man, the Hun School of Princeton makes it look easy. Joseph Goodman. As we get another look on the replay, look at this hole. Created by that Hun offensive line, and just like that, we're under 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Hun leads. Well, excuse me, it's tied up 7-7, but Hun driving here. And a handoff. with good yardage. It was Kamar Archie on the carry. With Zachary Omland helping him out. Offensive lineman running forward with him. Archie again. Kamar Archie, the freshman from Robbinsville, New Jersey. Freshman. And that will bring up a first down for Hun. And the chant, as you might hear, is he's a freshman. Archie is the deep back. Playing with the fullback is the Hun School of Princeton, Dante Barone. Leads the block, and not much there along the left side. There's once again Archie, a 2-yard carry. Second and 8. Final minutes of the first quarter. Linez got it away to Barone. The pressure was there from Higgins, and it was off his left arm. Almost completed it, and it would have been a tough completion, but too much pressure from Blair Academy. And a little extra time after the play action as well brings up a 3rd and long. Really a big spot so far early in this contest. With 3rd and long in a tie game, both teams showing that they can move the football with some effectiveness. It's Linez with some daylight, end zone touchdown Hun. Marco Linez keeps it on the ground. 10 yards for the score. And the Hun School of Princeton back on top. So he's thrown for 1, now he's run for 1. Another chance for Will McManus to show off the leg. And he crushes it through. It's 14-7. Here's a look with Linez. Early on in the drive, you saw him running hard there. And the theme here on this drive, Hun keeping it on the ground. A couple good runs from Joseph Goodman, including that long one. That was probably the longest play of the drive. Then Kamar Archie, like a bolt up the middle, which set up Marco Linez. You see Archie getting out there to block, and Marco into the corner of the end zone. Good job by our director, Kevin Fodinger. A good-looking drive by the Hun School of Princeton. And we've seen 3 drives in this game, 3 touchdowns. Blair returns and gets it to the 24. So can the Buccaneers with Schuster and Buchanan and company. Keep it rolling here. Able to take advantage of the defensive breakdowns on that first drive, the big play to Musa Kane. As Bryce Enlow made the stop on the special teams play. It'll be a 1st and 10 for Blair. Slot receiver in motion, that's Pat Nichols. He comes to the left side. That's where Schuster looks. He'll tuck it and run, slide down, and there was a hit as Schuster was going down. We've certainly seen, well, at the NFL level, hits that look like that with a flag coming out. This was the earlier touchdown, excuse me, this was the long play on the drive to Musa Kane that set up the touchdown. But it came on 3rd down, and this is the touchdown. It was Mike Higgins, the tight end, who's along the right side on this play. Schuster's in the gun. He's got a man right behind him. Fakes to him, goes up the middle. Higgins is there, over the middle. Second and 10, Blair Academy. Final minute of play, first quarter. Three receivers right side, one receiver left. And a big hit on the far side, but it's incomplete as they got it to the hands of Keith Delaney, one of the captains. Bring up a 3rd and 10. Timeout will be called. .43 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Go inside the coach's corner. You saw Todd Smith there. Head coach since 2014. He published a book back in 2013. Big 5 in the eye. And has done really just an amazing job here at the Hun School of Princeton. And that record will tell you that. 46-7 record as the Hun head football coach. And they've got another big-time team this year. Third and 10. Schuster out of the backfield. He's got his man, but it's short yardage. Jude Buchanan as Barone was there. So it'll bring up a 4th and long, and Blair's likely gonna punt here, down by 7. It'll be the first time we haven't seen a touchdown to end a drive. Blair might even just wait till the end of the first quarter. And we will take a break there when that clock hits 0 and it ticks down. Blair will punt away, or at least they'll have a 4th and 8 at the start of the second quarter. We'll be back here on the Play by Play Sports Network. Back we come, start of the second quarter, live on the Play by Play Sports Network. Fair catch called for and caught by Ben Romano just inside the 20-yard line. So 1st and 10, Hun will start the drive at the 19. 2 touchdowns, 2 fairly different looking drives. One relying on a big play, 70-yard pass and catch from Linez to Barone, and then Linez running it in to finish off a run-heavy second drive. Keep it on the ground to start drive number 3, and I think it was Archie who they are leaning on. Nope, not Archie. They give it to Ahmad Dixon. Dixon, a good ball carrier for the Hun School of Princeton, was here last year, and that is a theme for this Hun School team. You got a lot of returning players. Jake Allen we've talked about, Ahmad Dixon, Owen Anderson, the Illinois commit. As Linez will roll, get first down yardage past the 30-yard line. Hard to account for the speed and quickness of Marco Linez, and you can really see the difference with the confidence of number 4 with this year compared to last. Some, well, you can call them rookie mistakes as a freshman. As a freshman quarterback, but a sophomore at the Hun School of Princeton. And this season, he's a vet, though still a junior. Big run up the middle for Hun. They gave it to the first man through, and Dante Barone is rumbling inside the 20-yard line. Everyone on Blair thought it was going to the deep back, and that's why you have a fullback. Dante Barone, as we get a look on the replay, looking like Mike Allstott out there. And the safety coming in, trying to stop the running back on the play. That left a big hole for Barone. PA announcer Bill Quirk says 48 yards on the run for Barone. Brings up a 1st and 10 from the 17. out of bounds. It was Owen Anderson, the intended target. Just mentioned the post-grad who's heading to the University of Illinois. So 2nd and 10. They'll hand off, and down goes number 22 and Joseph Goodman. Good stop that time by Blair. Greg Bowman and company on the Blair Academy sideline. Tell you what, Blair Academy has had some good representation at the next level. Jason Owe, of course, the stud defensive end, drafted in the 1st round by the Baltimore Ravens out of Penn State. Another Big Ten player, recent grad, and David Ojabo doing good work at Michigan. Pressure coming on Linez, and he goes down. And the ball came out at the end. The ref did not blow the whistle, and finally they do. Blair Academy thinks they have it, and they do. Turnover. Linez is walloped, and just what the doctor ordered for Blair. We're going to get another look at this one in a moment, but it took a long time for that ball to come out. From the time that Linez was hit and from the time that ball hit the ground, as we look on the replay here, he is hit, and the ball, okay, it did come out originally, and it was kind of trapped between the defenders, as this is the reaction from the Blair Academy side. And that's a great shot over there to catch the reaction of Blair Academy. And they're pumped up to get the ball back. And a fresh set of downs. Good run by Jude Buchanan. About 4 yards on 1st down for Buchanan. Mike Higgins splitting out as a wide receiver. Timeout, Blair Academy. So as Blair calls timeout, we'll get a chance to talk about the head coach for Blair Academy. Since 2019, I've had some really phenomenal coaches up in Blairstown, and Greg Bowman is the head man for Blair Academy in 2021, took the job in 2019. Replaced Jim Saylor, who replaced Jim Stone. There's Brian Antonelli, assistant coach and the head wrestling coach at Blair Academy. And we know that that program always nationally renowned. So it does not hurt to have a guy like Brian Antonelli on the sideline as well for head coach Greg Bowman. Certainly a lot of respect coming from the players to the head coaches, head and assistant coach for Blair. The run on 2nd down is going nowhere, and that is thanks to Brian Ingram. Junior from Manahawkin, New Jersey, comes flying off the edge, and will bring him back a yard. Had to escape Ben Romano, who was also in there on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 6. They went backwards a yard. Really has not been easy offense for Blair. Schuster in trouble, has to throw it away. 3rd and long. Blair forced a punt. The home crowd likes it here for the Hun School of Princeton, and you do have some packed stands here at Hun. And you get a look at the student section here. They are right on top of the field. Been making noise, putting signs in the air. And now with Hun on defense, you can see some of the players looking at that student section, trying to pump them up. Ben Romano on the return. He botched it. It's a loose football. And it looks like Romano got lucky and fell back on top of it. He did. Probably would have been better off with a fair catch. But Romano able to seal possession back for Hun. Get another look as Romano was seeing footsteps. And lucky that odd-shaped ball bounced in his favor. Linez. Gorgeous ball up the near sideline. Logan Howland with the catch. 1st down Hun. And this is good looking football right here. First of all, look at the protection up front. Jake Allen, the left tackle, working on Higgins. And right on the money. Throwing your receiver open. Marco Linez, good ball. 1st and 10. 40-yard line for Hun. Oh, big hit in the backfield. There was Joseph Goodman on the carry and Jude Buchanan on the stop. Highlighted him before the game, Jude Buchanan. And he does a good job on that play. Take another look. Playing linebacker. So it brings up a 2nd and 12. Man in motion is Dante Barone. Linez, after play action, got a man open. 1st down inside the 10, Joseph Goodman. On that play, it was mostly play design for the Hun School of Princeton. Saw Barone come from the left side to the right side. Thinking maybe that play was going to go to the right side, but look, wide open all alone was Joseph Goodman. Time to recognize it for Marco Linez. Credit the offensive line there, but Linez still executed well. We'll have another timeout, 6:22 left. Timeout called Hun School of Princeton. Mentioned Hun playing in the Mid-Atlantic Prep League, and this year really in earnest, starting their competition with those New England schools. Brunswick, Cheshire, Salisbury, Suffield, Wysem. As we get a look at some replays of recent drive, it would have been a different story if Blair was able to come on top of that muffed punt. Here's Linez with really the throw of the game so far. And then most recently to get them inside the 10. Catch by Joseph Goodman. So it's 1st and goal from the 10. Everyone bunched up. It's a running play, as we all expected, and to the left side. Hun maybe gains a few. Ball carrier was Joseph Goodman. So Linez goes and gets the play call from head coach Todd Smith. And it's now 2nd and goal from the 6. 3 men in the backfield. Dante Barone in motion. Goodman caught from behind. Good play by Brad Allen. Another captain on this Blair Academy squad, brings up 3rd down. .59208 from Blairstown, New Jersey, a hometown product. Third and goal. Hun looking for its 3rd touchdown of the first half. Everyone bunched up yet again. Quarterback keeper for Linez. Blair was ready inside the 5, trying to move that pile is the big offensive line, but a tug of war. Really won by Blair Academy there. It's going to bring up a 4th down. Really interesting formation on that play. Yeah, the Hun players waiting for Marco Linez to come back into the huddle, and it looks like Hun's probably going to call timeout here. Linez not looking like he's ready to go in. Big spot in the game, 4th and 5 from the 5. And the timeout taken by Todd Smith. Take a look at those that familiar foes graphic again. It's been all Hun in recent years. That wasn't always the case. It's been a different kind of Mid-Atlantic prep league than it was, say 5, 6, 10 years ago. The Hun School of Princeton has ruled the roost here in the Maple really since Todd Smith's entrance here to campus here at Hun. Coached at West Windsor Plainsboro before coming here to the Hun School of Princeton. And so now a 4th and goal. Linez rolling, and that ball is caught at the corner of the end zone for a touchdown. Dante Barone out of the backfield. Linez hit him, and Barone was hit at the goal line. But out of the timeout, Todd Smith draws it up well for the score. It's 20-7 Hun. You knew that Coach Smith was going to reach down into his bag of tricks and find something that he was confident in. And it was executed well by his juniors in Linez and Barone. Here's McManus with another booming extra point. And the score is 21-7, Hun over Blair. Still 4 minutes left in the first half. Here's another look at the play, and Barone in motion Got to give Blair credit. They were there at the goal line, but Pat Nichols just a hair late. And Barone with that big body has been a story here in the first half. And a big run as a fullback. Get a look at that Hun student section. And the look on as McManus. Every time we say his name, reminds me of the NFL kicker. And he's kicking pretty much as good as you can ask for a high school kicker. So some credence to that name. He's living up to that name. Of course, I'm thinking of Brandon McManus, the NFL kicker, longtime Denver Bronco. But here's Will McManus with a kick out of the back of the end zone, almost split the uprights on the kick. No, Bill Quirk, athletic director, is talking to him earlier this weekend, was singing praises about number 31. And what he's been able to do, the leg that he brings here to Princeton. All right, so Blair Academy down by 14 all of a sudden. They haven't played poorly, but they're going to need a couple of big plays strung together here at the end of the half to take some momentum back. Blair will receive the football at the start of the third quarter, but we got time to go till we get there. The stop there, Kamar Archie on the keeper from Daniel Schuster. No gain on the play. Michael Gavin and Owen Wafel having a rendezvous. Teammates helping teammates. Little equipment issue it must be with Wafel's helmet. He'll have to come off the field for the moment. And in comes number 63 in his stead, and that's Brian Ingram. So Wafel looks like he's ready to come back into the game as soon as possible. But it's a 2nd and 10 for Blair. Can they try to stretch the field? Gonna need time to do so, and Schuster looking in the direction of Keith Delaney. So incomplete, 3rd and 10. Third and 10 for Blair. Here comes the pressure, trying to set up the screen. They do, but tripped up in the backfield. Play made for Hun, and it's Sean Childs who sniffed out the screen as Jude Buchanan was set up for it, but I think that ball was a little high. Look at the pressure coming in. It was Wafel with fresh legs getting a shot in on Schuster, and there has just not been enough time for Schuster to operate. And so a quick 3 and out by Blair Academy. Down 21-7, they'll be forced to punt, and standing at midfield is Ben Romano. And that punt with the pressure coming, it's going to be running into the kicker. A flag flies. And would you believe it? I think that's our first flag of the game. It's going to go against Hun. And yeah, it was kind of a pooch kick. We're going to get another look at it here. pretty much unblocked was Luke Sutphin. And so the running into the kicker penalty, it's not an automatic first down. I believe it's an automatic first down at the NFL level, but not here. Only 5 yards, but another chance for Pat Nichols to boot it, and it's a pretty good punt. No chance for a return, out of bounds at the 40-yard line. And Hun will start their drive there with 2:18 to play in the first half. Simon Rosenwasser here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. We're glad you're with us, as we've had 4 touchdowns in this game, both teams scoring on their opening drives. Hun has not been stopped in this first half. They did turn the ball over on a strip sack, so that was the only time that a Raider drive didn't end in a touchdown. Let's see what happens here. From the 41 officially. Linez fakes the handoff. A lot of room up the middle. 15 yards on the first down run for Marco Linez. Pat Nichols on the stop. And Linez is in firm control of this offense. At least Todd Smith is, and Linez is a good prophet, so to speak, if Todd Smith is indeed the godly figure. Linez delivering the message as well to his teammates. 1st and 10. Ben Romano on the short pass and catch. Right at the sticks, he's taken down. It's going to move the chains again. Should be a 1st and 10, unless they mark him just short. And they will not. It's going to be 1st and 10. They're going to move the chains. So the Raiders moving, trying to pour a little salt on here in the first half. Clock is stopped at 1:35. Linez looking end zone this time, and it's out of the reach of Jake Lezer. One-on-one coverage on the outside, but it was good coverage by Keith Delaney. Hun student section trying to make noise. You're not supposed to do that on offense. You're supposed to let the offensive players do their work and hear their communication, but students don't care. Good to see the energy, though, here on homecoming weekend from the Hun School of Princeton. It's 2nd and 10. They set up a screen, and it's Goodman. Out of bounds. Not much there for Joseph. He's touched the ball quite a bit here in this first half. Should bring up a 3rd and 8 after a 2-yard completion. Here's Linez on 3rd down. Another end zone look. And trying to make the adjustment was Tyler Jamison. But the coverage was yet again quality from Keith Delaney. Delaney, a couple good defensive plays here on this series. It brings up 4th down. Todd Smith's going to keep the offense on the field, so another big spot here in this first half if you're Blair Academy. A stop could put you in business. Still time with 1:14 left to take a couple shots to get the ball down the field. But they'll have to stop him on 4th down first. It's Linez making it look easy. Right at the sticks. That should be enough for a first down. Tyler Jamison, beautiful route. Linez, and he's rolling left. And if you've watched Eagles football this year, not easy for a mobile quarterback to roll left and throw across his body and get some juice on it. And that's what Linez did on 4th down. Put it on the money. Tyler Jamison giving Hun a first down. And it'll be Linez on the keeper, a couple yards with under a minute to play. Brings up 2nd and 5. Linez in the gun. He's got 3 receivers. And he'll go up the middle. Another short throw and catch for Ben Romano as the clock stops with 38 seconds left. I'll tell you, the clock has been spit and sputter because Hun has been picking up a lot of those first downs, and you stop it for the spot after you pick up first down yardage. So 1st and 10 now from the 11. And with 20 seconds left, Raiders look like they're taking their time. They're going to take an end zone shot here. If they thought so, it is a sack. Getting in the backfield, Jude Buchanan makes another big play. No timeouts for Hun. They're going to have to spike the ball, and they will clock it with just 4 seconds left. And yeah, you got the leg McManus coming in for a long field goal attempt. Get another look here. This is exactly what Hun could not do. Take the sack. They would have had a chance at the end zone twice if they were able to get that pass off, but not to be. It'll be McManus from 35 yards out. Will McManus puts it up, puts it through. Easy enough for the kicker for Hun. McManus, as time expires here at the end of the 2nd quarter, gives the Hun School of Princeton a 17-point lead. Student section is impressed. Hun with 24, Blair with 7. We have reached halftime here at the Hun School of Princeton. We do have a special performance from the Hun School of Princeton cheerleaders, so we will capture that. We will take a quick break, but stay with us for that halftime performance. We'll have that coming for you in just a little bit. It's halftime here at Hun.
Penn State wins, they're going to be number 3. And it'll be 3 versus 4 next week. So Trish's niece turns 21. She goes to Penn State. She goes, what do you think about me going up next weekend? I'm like, I don't care. I said, you got to get someone to watch the kids. I said, I'm
all right, let's hear it for Quill House with their Halloween themed
Saturday on one
floats.
day, and then Sunday I got to work. We go to GA. I was like, I don't care if you do. Go ahead. Someone's got to watch the kids. And she goes, you still know that guy who works at the meeting on it? And I'm like, wait.
If you want Quill House to win, let's hear it for
They're
Quill.
playing Iowa Saturday night.
Cheer for
It's going to be
Quill.
college game day.
So no cheese.
It's going to be number 3 and 4 in the country.
All right, up next, the next club with a Star Wars theme is Gale House. Star Wars.
$50 in the beginning of the year for Florida to win the championship. Eric? Ooh, sorry.
All of the houses were given 1970s themes to celebrate the first class of girls at Hun in 1971. Gale House chose Star Wars from 1977. Let's hear it for the Galians. Star Wars.
The SEC's going to get to it.
Next is Edger House with the disco theme. Edger House with disco. Last but not least is Shield with Hawaii 5-0.
Oh, they had to stay over.
All right, if you think that Quill's Halloween float won, let's hear it. If you think Quill's with Halloween. If you think Gale's Star Wars, let's hear it. If you think Gale's Star Wars was the best float. If you think Edger Disco, let's hear it. If you think Hawaii 5-0 was the best theme, let's hear it. All right, congratulations to all the Raider houses. Okay, now we have a special performance from Majesty. We're gonna need everybody down here, all the students down here in the stands. We need you guys to sit down. We need you guys to sit down so we can see Majesty. Let's go, we need all you guys to sit down so we can see Majesty, all right? Guys, let's sit down, please. Can you guys sit? Let's sit down so we can see Majesty. All right, let's go. We need everybody to sit down so we can see Majesty.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome the Hun Step Dance Team Majesty. Come on out, ladies.
Start of the third quarter. Some good halftime festivities here on the Play-by-Play Sports Network. Going to be joined here in a moment by a legend in these parts, former Hun School of Princeton center. Did I get that position right? You were and the current baseball coach for the Hun School of Princeton, Tom Monfiletto. Thanks for joining us, Tom.
Oh, hey, thanks for having me. You guys have done such a great job last night, today with the field hockey game.
Appreciate
2-0. Play-by-play is 2-0 on the weekend, I believe. Bringing some luck here to the Raiders.
Yeah.
Phenomenal weekend.
Well,
great day. It was a great day.
And a great evening under the lights. We don't often get to see a Hun School of Princeton team playing under the lights, as it's 1st and 10 for Blair and a short pass. But this Hun School of Princeton, you got a chance to see them in the first half.
Yeah.
Up close and personal. This is another loaded Hun squad with Todd Smith at the helm.
Yeah, there's a lot of size, there's a lot of speed, there's a lot of talent. It's a great group of youngsters once again, and I had a chance to watch both of their games leading up to this one against Brunswick and Salisbury. And you know, Blair has some incredible playmakers on their team as well. So it's been a fun little back and forth so far in this game.
Yeah, it's always a battle in the Maple League. It'll be 2nd and 4, officially 4 yards on that first down. Pass completion and up the middle, not much on 2nd down. The ball carrier was Jude Buchanan. We highlighted him in the first half before the game. Made some good plays.
Yeah, he definitely stood out in the first half. He was all over the field, offensively, defensively. Was involved in that sack fumble as well. Certainly jumped off the page with his skill set in that first half.
And we will see where he lines up. We'll be in the backfield here on that 3rd and I'll call it 3 here for Blair. A lot of 3rd downs that they've had to try to convert, and they're going to try to pitch this one out. They're going to go backwards. Big play by the Hun School of Princeton, and Francesco Barone was in there yet again. And Tom, this kid, I mean, we've seen Hun School football the last few years, flying all over the field, especially on the defensive end. Tonight he caught a touchdown.
Yeah, he's got an unbelievable motor. He definitely plays incredibly hard. He's all over the field. He's very, very physical. He's a perfect combination at that position, and you know, he made his presence felt early in the first half as well with the touchdown. But then he made a couple plays coming down on some of those throws out to the flat, where he closed in really quickly and put a hurting on some receivers down there. So he's been very, very impressive. He's headed to Penn next year.
I was just going to say, he's
Also
got a brain on him.
cook.
Yeah, he's got a brain on him to boot.
Yeah.
DB, wide receiver, and having himself a nice game. Short punt. It'll be a short field for this Hun School of Princeton offense. And Tom, they were a well-oiled machine in the first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. Linez looks comfortable. Not much. It's special teams. McManus with a huge leg. Not much to nitpick in the first half for Hun.
Yeah, really solid distribution. You saw some big plays from Dante Barone, from JT Goodwin, from Francesco, obviously, and just a solid distribution amongst their plenty of weapons.
First down run. Short yardage for Ahmad Dixon, returning player from last year. Had some big runs and only a couple touches here, but as you just said, a lot of weapons offensively, a lot of mouths to feed for Todd Smith.
Yeah, and Ahmad hurt his ankle in the first game of the season against Brunswick, so he missed the Salisbury game, and they're sort of kind of nursing him back to health, but they have a slew of running backs that have helped carry the load with Ahmad out, but it's great to see him getting some touches here in the second half.
Not to mention a fullback too, Dante Barone lining up as a fullback in this game and having success as well. 2nd and 8. The fake it to Barone. Linez with pressure, gets it away. Barone leaking out of the backfield. Catches for about 8 yards. And man, this is some good offense here, and Dante Barone's been really impressive.
Yeah, and you know, so they sort of use him as like a little bit of an H-back, like a Chris Cooley type situation. We'll see him here sell the fake beautifully and then he can really catch. He's a tight end that's his natural position. Coach Smith has been using him as a fullback, and they already have 2 enormous tight ends as well that are fantastic players in Owen Anderson and Logan. But so Barone has been really, really successful in the fullback role as well. So he can run the ball, he can catch the ball out of the backfield, and he's very multifaceted on offense.
Didn't see much of him last year.
It was his first year at Hun this year.
And here's Ahmad Dixon. Solid hole on the right side. Talk a lot about that offensive line. And that time, David Siegel opening the lane for Ahmad Dixon.
Siegel headed to Vanderbilt next year. He's doing his post-grad year here at the Hunt School, and not only is he a phenomenal football player, but he has made his presence felt all over campus. He is very, very well liked across campus. He has a great personality. He's incredibly encouraging. He's a great teammate, and just a great all-around citizen. So we loved having him here so far.
And he has done a nice job. Fits right into this big-time offensive line that the Hun throws out. Offense is cruising yet again, and Owen Anderson, check that. That was Jake Lezer, another newcomer to the program here at Hun, and a first down will move the chains.
Yeah, Lezer and Romano both out wide. Romano seemed to think that he was wide open for a touchdown, so we saw just a little reaction there. But yeah, no, they've been great at the wide receiver positions this year. Both Lezer and Romano's been a great 1-2 punch all year.
1st and 10 from just inside the 25. It'll be another tackle the backfield by number 7 and Jude Buchanan, maybe falling forward for a gain of 1 on the carry by Dom DeLuzio. Haven't called his name tonight.
Yeah, DeLuzio also dealing with some knee issues. His first game, I believe, first game suiting up today. But so they have DeLuzio, they have Goodwin, they have Kamar, they have Ahmad, they have and Dante. So all of these guys are legitimate options in the backfield.
DeLuzio deep back here on this 2nd and 9. Fake it to Dom. Lynette's got a clean pocket, and he's got a man open in a soft spot in the zone, and a truck stick into the end zone. Logan Howland.
It's just a really well-designed play here, too. Left the flat wide open. Howland took advantage, and then some decent yards after the catch as well.
I'll tell you what, you don't often see a kicker making a name for himself, Tom, but your take on McManus's leg.
Yeah, they call him Das Boot.
Das Boot, okay.
And he's been phenomenal this year. It's really it's been just an awesome thing to have. We can line up for the field goal at the end of the half. It's an amazing luxury. That is very, very rare at the high school level, I would say.
Yeah, the 35-yard field goal at the end of that first half. Take a look at some of the replays from that drive. Good play there from Barone. And then the pass here to the near side with Jake Lezer. And that's just I Want It More Than You from Logan Howland. Listed as a tight end. And it's 31-7, all Hun School of Princeton. Doesn't necessarily have the same feel as a Maple matchup had, I don't know, 10, 15, 20 years ago when you were playing. But Hun playing a lot of the New England schools this year.
Yeah.
And
a few teams from Connecticut. They're going to go down to Maryland and play St. Francis towards the end of the season. And but they still have Blair, Petty, Hill on the schedule as well to wet the maple whistle, I would say. But this has just been being able to do this under the lights every year has been
By the way, this is the field goal from McManus.
At the end of the half, yeah.
Yeah, at the end of the half.
And it's also like just being completely automatic on extra points too is huge.
Yeah.
You know, like that's something that you can take for granted.
He's not turning his volume down at all in terms of his leg strength on those extra points.
No.
It's like he's kicking it out of the back of the end zone on a
yeah,
kickoff.
He's very fun to watch.
Already through almost a half of this second half, of this third quarter, I should say. Good step up there from Schuster, pointing guys downfield, looking for Higgins, and incomplete with Tyler Jamison on the coverage.
And there was some contact there. I think Blair is looking for a pass interference. I don't know what the call is there. It didn't look like the ball was really anywhere in the area of the receiver, but
yeah, we'll get another look here
was
and
some
see if we
contact
can
for sure towards the
see
end.
it. Yeah, Jamison definitely pushing off.
Yeah, and that was actually right at the receivers. That was a terrible call on my part 10 seconds ago. However, yeah, Blair's been threatening downfield a little bit today. They connected on that big pass in the first drive in the middle of the field, which led to a touchdown, a nice little fade play in the corner of the end zone. And that was great. That was a good answer by Blair. But yeah, they certainly do have some weapons on the outside. And Schuster's been doing a great job at quarterback as well.
Yeah, Mike Higgins, number 88, a couple huge plays. That 6'5" frame, doing well in that first half. Jake Allen before the game, Tom.
Yeah, this was a
big moment.
Really cool experience. So Jake Allen was named to the U.S. Army All-American game, and this is an honor that a few Hun players in the past have had, but that'll be in February, I believe. It'll be on NBC, I think. They play in San Antonio in the Alamo Dome, and just a huge, amazing honor for Jake and his family. They wanted to do it with his brother coming home. His brother goes to Navy, and this was the first touchdown to Cheech, they call him, Francesco, down the sideline to start the game off, and that got the crowd has been amazing the whole time. It's whiteout theme. They've been really high energy all game. It's been an amazing day for our school, our student body. You saw the floats at halftime. We saw Majesty, the step team. I mean, it's been just firing on all cylinders.
Not only that, and you got to look at the crowd here with the floats, and I guess that one from the Hawaiian theme float. Saw an alien in the air too. I don't know where that one's from. As Schuster working around the pocket, and wow, he completes the pass and strong moves. We just talked about Mike Higgins. Ball comes out at the end. They're going to say he was down by contact, but man, that was a D1 catch and run by Mike Higgins in traffic.
Higgins, very impressive athlete. Big, strong kid as well. Great basketball player and a baseball player too. I believe he is a postgraduate from Don Bosco, I think, last year. And he definitely stands out. He stands out when you're down on the field. He's somebody that stands out as that's a high-level football player.
Nice play there. Moves the chains, 1st and 10. Simon Rosenwasser here with Tom Monfiletto, head baseball coach here at the Hun School of Princeton. He's looking forward to a good baseball season.
Oh, absolutely.
Got a good group of kids.
Yeah, we can't wait.
Anybody in the picture there?
Yeah, we have some of those maniacs are down there for sure, cheering on their brothers, which is great. But yeah, no, it should be good. We had a great season last year. We have the bulk of the team coming back, so everybody's really excited.
Timeout on the field. Take a look at the Hun School of Princeton upcoming schedule. We mentioned the Maple contest. We mentioned Suffield Academy coming up, Cheshire Academy. So you see a good sprinkling of New England and Mid-Atlantic Prep League. So next week on the road. Well, actually on the road the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, so we have. I think there's one more home game. And I think it might be the last game of the season, or maybe the second to last game of the season. I'm not really sure. But this is so they've had 3 home games in a row, and then they're on the road for pretty much the remainder of the season. So it'll be a different feel for sure. And this is as much home field advantage, I think, as you could possibly get on a night like tonight, which is really cool and just amazing to be able to get the entire school here.
Did you ever get to play under the lights? Did they do this for you guys?
No, unfortunately we didn't. Would have been cool. I would have been I wouldn't have been able to handle that. I would have been too excited.
Too much pressure. All right, out of the timeout, 1st and 10. Schuster with decent amount of time, relatively speaking, floats it up, and it is brought down. What a play for Blair, as Keith Delaney, 6'4", needed all of those inches to bring it in.
Yeah, really nice play by Delaney, and a great play by Schuster to keep that alive as Michael Gavin is chasing him down. And it's just a great angle by the Play-by-Play Sports Network here, and a great grab. Just tremendous play by Blair.
Shout out our director, Kevin Fodinger, is doing a phenomenal job running the replay.
Just a top-notch crew all the way around, you know?
Yeah.
From camera guys to the FX creators to the play-by-play announcer. It's just an unbelievable operation. I have no idea who could do it better.
Well, that's very kind of you. Sean Childs busting through the line and still almost completed with down the near sideline. It was Delaney again. And, Tom, one thing that I've been really impressed with Schuster, the pressure's been coming. He's been ready for it, delivering the ball right on time. And look at this one, Childs unblocked. Still almost completed the pass.
Yeah, he's been great in that regard. And he's been great in staying in the pocket and letting the plays develop as well, even with enormous men breathing down his neck. So he's been very impressive so far today. I know the score doesn't indicate it, but definitely impressed by what we've seen out of him.
2nd and 10, Blair driving. 4 receivers. Higgins all the way at the top of your screen. He's been the primary target. Here comes the pressure again. They do set up a screen, and it really didn't matter because Sean Childs blew that. Excuse me.
Yeah,
it was not. Yep, Kamar Archie, and good time to talk about him because he's been impressive. But Archie blowing that play up. That's 2 in a row. Childs on the last one, and Archie flying through the middle, eliminating any chance of a screen pass there.
Yeah, and Archie has been so impressive in his first 3 games. It's unbelievable. He's the class of 2025. He's got 3 Big Ten offers already.
Wow.
You know, the sky is the limit for him. He's been incredibly impressive. He's been impressive running the football as well.
So it brings up a 3rd and 10. On student section, making some noise for the D. And Schuster hit as he throws. Incomplete. Logan Howland in there to disrupt things for Daniel Schuster. And on 4th and 10, looks like the punt unit is coming on as Pat Nichols, well, he came into the game for a moment. You're looking at the Blair sideline. Special teams team came in for a moment and then called back. So it looks like Blair's going to go for it here on 4th down. Why not? Down 24 points. Comeback's got to start sooner rather than later if it's going to happen. And, well, it's 4th down play. Not going to be run as we have a timeout. Blair with 4 minutes left here in quarter number 3.
Just as we have an opportunity here, just want to shout out Bob Ziegler, who's been the defensive coordinator here, I think for 5 or 6 years, I believe. And it doesn't get talked about enough, but his defenses have been incredible. And his game planning, the execution, the way that he's able to use all of the different weapons that he has on defense has been really, really impressive. And they've played extremely hard for him specifically in his entire tenure as a head coach. He's like really, really universally loved by the team. He's been a massive, massive contributor to the program, to the school. And his wife Callie is now working in the Learning Center at Hun. So they've been awesome pieces to the puzzle here.
Oh, congratulations to him, and good stuff.
Yeah, sorry, I
good
was
stuff
random.
on the defensive
But,
side.
yeah, no,
No.
Coach Zig's been getting it done.
No, Tom, that's why we have you on, to insert your color commentary like that. Incomplete on 4th down. And the pass coverage.
It's Dylan Bukhari.
Yeah.
Dylan Bukhari coming from the middle school. Was a linebacker, quarterback, moved to corner, has stepped up in Dixon's absence, and has really done a great job. And another great play right there.
Getting some love on the near sideline. 1st and 10. Oh, and great look at that one with Bukhari right in front of our field camera there. Nice defensive play and a good moment for him. 1st and 10 on School of Princeton. Handoff, DeLuzio. Oh, a strong right shoulder as he bowls over Keith Delaney.
Well, DeLuzio's been chomping at the bit to play this entire season. And now, he's healthy, obviously looking good right there. And when you see that hole just open like that behind Jacob Allen, it is probably the most beautiful thing that you could see on a football field. It's just fantastic.
Can't stop the moving train in Dominic DeLuzio. Brings up a 1st and 10. Short run, 1st down. DeLuzio again on the carry this time. So gain of 2 or 3. When you talk about some of the key parts in this Hun School of Princeton wheel, well, the Quirks, Bill and Kathy Quirk, it was announced today, had another grandchild.
They sure did, yeah.
And big
Son
news
Billy.
for them. Now 4 grandchildren, I'm told. Three girls and their first boy.
Yeah.
Big congratulations to the voice of God here at these football games, the PA announcer in Bill Quirk. Also the longtime athletic director. Not often you see a PA announcer, though, Tom, on the field.
Yeah, yeah, that wireless microphone is that is probably his favorite toy that he's had in his 40 years of being here. But, yeah, he's the man that does it all for sure. And not only the athletic director for however many years, but he's been the head coach of the lacrosse team. He's been the head coach of the crew team. He's been the head coach of a number of different sports in his tenure here. And now he's the PA announcer as well.
Yeah, we just got to look at the booth, and he is not in the booth. We'll get a look at him on the sideline.
Yeah, you know what's weird about that is that you mentioned that he was on the sideline, and we still took the shot of the booth.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Listen, we're not perfect. I know you just sang our praises.
No.
But, oftentimes Todd Smith, he kind of jumps back and forth from the booth to the sideline as well.
Yeah,
Sometimes
he did have he had a couple of years where he was coaching from the booth, which was pretty unorthodox, but it worked. And they won some really, really big games in the booth years, I would say.
The booth years. Well, they had good offensive lines then. They have a good offensive line now. And on 1st and 10, Mike Higgins trying to take down Sean Childs, his first carry.
Yeah, so Sean Childs, yet another running back that's gotten some great carries this year. So it's amazing. It's amazing how many they have at their disposal.
Yeah, well, when you have a 24-point lead, again, you can spread the wealth just a little bit.
Would love to see something to Romano here, number 7. Not only standout wide receiver, he's a corner. He's on the field, I think, more than anybody on the team. He's playing both ways. And he is also a standout baseball player. And he is headed to Tulane University next year to continue his baseball career, but is also a phenomenal football player.
Part of the Green Wave. What position?
In baseball?
Yeah.
He's an outfielder.
All right. Runs good routes.
Yeah, sure does.
Flag is down. And, Tom, we have not seen many of them.
Yeah, has been a relatively clean game in that regard.
Looks like this one's coming against Hun.
I think on the first drive there was an offsides penalty. And we got our mascot here. Don't know where he's been.
Where's that?
He's right here at the bottom of the bleachers.
Oh, we got the Viking.
He was taking a nap all day. Finally woke him up from his slumber to get here for the second half. I'm not sure if I'm digging his tude.
Yeah, we're trying to show him, but unfortunately,
it's not well lit.
There's nothing but darkness here.
It's not well lit.
Deluzio.
There he
Still
goes.
Going. It's going to be a touchdown for Hun. Dom Deluzio in the end zone. And the Raiders back in the scoring column. It's 37-7 as the students love it. So a big Deluzio drive there.
Yeah, great drive by the offensive line. Great job by Deluzio, culminating in a touchdown. It's a beautiful thing.
Quite the performance for the Hun School of Princeton in front of their home faithful on really a beautiful night for football, for all sports, actually. As a botched snap here, it's Linez, the holder, looking for someone in the end zone. Not going to get there. So it's the first missed extra point for the Hun School of Princeton, still maintaining a 30-point lead as we take a look at a, once again, big drive by Dom Deluzio. It started with this moving truck on the sideline, big run to start it off. And then here's the touchdown. A nifty run up the middle and reaction shot as Deluzio gets in.
Gotta love it. Raiders getting in the mix now.
So just 5 seconds left, and Blair huddling up here and approaching really that play for pride time here in this latter stages of the first half as we approach the fourth quarter, or second half, excuse me. McManus, another chance to show off his leg. From Glendon, Maryland, the post-grad. And finally ready to boot it away. So no time coming off the clock. End of the third quarter. Blair maybe with a chance to run one play before we switch sides of the field and head to the fourth. Good kick coverage. You get a look at Luke Saletti, another senior on this team.
Saletti, another just all-around tremendous human being here at the Hun School. He's a proctor in the dorms, I believe. Just a great student. And a great contributor on special teams as well.
All right, first down run. Working the outside. This will be the last play of the third quarter. As time is at 0, 37-7 is the score as we head to the fourth. And we will be back here from the Hun School of Princeton for the fourth quarter of play.
write my piece about Tyler.
Back here for the fourth quarter. On the end around, it's Musa Kane. Good speed, but Hun has kept them in check here today. Did have that big play in the first half. That was pretty much the only big play for Blair Academy in this one, except for when Mike Higgins has also touched the ball. Get a look at Tyler Jamison in the defensive backfield for Hun.
Yeah, so Tyler's been outstanding for them all year long. Last week, it was, I believe, Trenton Times Defensive Player of the Week. He had 2 interceptions. One was returned for a touchdown. So getting some recognition there, but has been a savvy veteran in the defensive backfield. Also plays receiver, too. But he has been outstanding for the Raiders so far this year, anchoring that backfield with Barone.
Senior from Lawrenceville. It's down 206. And I think a flag was, I thought I saw a flag fly, maybe not. The pass was completed right at the sticks for Blair. Should move the chains, and it does. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers. As we are in the home stretch of this one, fourth quarter. It's been all Hun School of Princeton. Looking to put the finishing touches on a sweep of homecoming weekend. Again, girls soccer defeating, and there you go, there's your mascot look.
There he is.
Has he got a name?
Yeah, Raider.
Raider,
Yeah.
okay. Missed a short run play. It'll be 2nd and 11 for Blair coming up. And here's what we just saw, just missed.
Michael Gavin on the tackle, I believe. Michael Gavin is just an absolute menace in the middle of the field for that defense. And we saw him working really hard on the offensive side of the ball, too. He's just a punishing menace of an individual.
Not a fun team to play if you're the other team, or you watch film throughout the week. You know you've got a battle coming if you're playing Hun.
Yeah, the one thing that you know for sure, as Gavin comes down with the sack, the one thing that you know for sure is that no matter what happens in the game, you're going to be a little sore the next day. There's going to be some soreness. There's going to be some ice packs, maybe some heat pads, and you're going to feel it. There's just no question about it, but that's football.
A little icy hot in the mix? Maybe not? Not for you? All right.
Not really.
Okay.
Icy hot was like when you played a million baseball games in a row and you just needed to trick your mind into thinking that your elbow wasn't about to snap. That's where you just rub some icy hot on it and just confuses you for a little bit.
Well, I hope it never did snap.
No, thankfully.
3rd and long for Schuster and company. Hun going to drop back in coverage. The pressure's still coming. Schuster rolls out of it, throws down the field, and all things considered, a good attempt by Keith Delaney and a good ball by Schuster in double coverage, but it'll bring up 4th down and long.
Another nice play by Bukhari, another pass breakup along the sideline.
But what a luxury for the Hun School of Princeton. Drop back in coverage, and you can trust your down lineman to get some pressure on the quarterback. And you can tell that Schuster has been ready for that pressure all game long. Raiders have kept it coming. Pat Nichols back to punt. Ben Romano to receive. High short kick. Takes a Blair bounce to the 47-yard line of Blair Academy. So Hun will start in enemy territory with 8:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. And this was at halftime, Tom. We got
this is a pretty cool deal. Yeah. Coach Smith had each player give their away jersey to the teacher they appreciated most, and we took a nice picture, and Coach Smith gave a nice little talk beforehand, just talking to the faculty about how much we appreciate their efforts. And then this was the house floats. So every student is divided into the student body is divided into 4 different houses as Romano fights his way towards the first down marker. Makes a nice grab there. Nice throw by Linez. And so they have competitions throughout the year. And all throughout Spirit Week, we had different competitions. We had musical chairs, water balloon contests, stuff, fun stuff like that. And the Raider House, the floats that was a competition as well. So whoever designed the coolest float, whoever got the most juice and buzz from the crowd won. I believe Edger House won the, I think it was the disco theme, won. And then they get points throughout the year, and at the end of the year they win a big cup, and they all get cars.
They get cars?
No, that's not. No, nope. It's just they get a big cup, and it's fun.
It's not as good as a car, but still pretty good.
Right.
Deluzio behind the line of scrimmage. Here comes a flag.
Late flag in the area of holding,
as they say. Let's see what the call is.
Oh, it's a face mask. Have you thought about
No.
mimicking the Manning brothers broadcast of a game?
I'll tell you, I love it.
Yeah,
First of all,
it is
it's
pretty
really
cool.
good.
You know what's not good is the guests. Like, the guests are great, but the connection over Zoom is like the delay. I just can't stand that. But pretty cool concept. I wonder if live sports are going to go to something along those lines.
That route. I
Yeah.
think you're always going to have the traditional broadcast
Right.
like you're seeing here, play-by-play commentator, that kind of thing. But certainly for the bigger broadcasts and the bigger networks, I mean, you're seeing the buzz that Eli and Peyton are generating.
Yeah.
Like, ESPN's going to keep it coming, right? And it also depends on the talent, too. I mean, there's not many people like the Manning brothers and a family like the Mannings with Archie coming in and doing bits with him. It's really good content. I do agree. Fake from Linez. Screen set up. Flag flies. It's Goodman. Gain of about 6. It would be first down yardage, but that is a flag in the area of holding. So this one will be coming back.
There's Raider just cruising the sidelines with our head of the upper school, Mr. Hughes, Mr. Helvey, Mr. Walker, Dean of Faculty. Just making sure everything is hunky-dory down there.
Keep those students in line. 2nd and 24, according to the PA announcer in Bill Quirk. Just over 6 minutes left in this one. Hand off to Goodman. He's had a lot of touches. Gain of about 8. Bring up a 3rd and long.
I think I was calling him Goodwin earlier. So thank you for correcting me.
That's okay, Tom.
Yeah, Goodman has stepped up in a major, major way. Had a big game against Brunswick, and has been really solid carrying the ball, along with the 40 other running backs that Hunt has used this season.
Let's see, I think it's still Goodman in the backfield for this one. We haven't seen much from Owen Anderson today. I don't believe he has a catch. Only 1 target in the end zone. Good looking throw there on the run, Francesco Barone. He had a big catch. Got the party started back in the first half. And Linez, I'll tell you what, Tom, I said this at the beginning of the broadcast. He's got that modern NFL quarterback feel to him.
Josh Allen type feel.
Josh Allen. Yeah. If Marcus Mariota even turned out to be good. But you take a look at, this is coming into the game. Linez this season with 167 yards and a touchdown, and he's added some touchdowns here today.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been really impressed with how he throws the ball, but what I've seen a lot this season is how effective he's been running the ball. And he finishes runs too. He's not sliding. He's punishing defenders. He's a big, big body.
Strong throw from the pocket here. Got his man. Caught by Jake Lezer. And that's the point I wanted to make, is that he can throw from the pocket, Tom. But we've seen him on the run, and he's throwing bullets while he's still moving. And that's what I mean by that modern quarterback. Being able to extend plays and throw on the run is the name of the game these days. This time, more traditional, but still puts it on the money.
Yeah, great throw. Putting it in the area where only his receiver could make the play, and a great grab by Lezer on the sideline. And I did see Owen Anderson right before halftime leave the field.
Okay.
It wasn't. I think he was obviously able to help himself off the field, but I don't think he's been back in since. So I think there might be an injury there.
Nathan Zawoyski with a good defensive play for Blair. And it'll bring Hun back a bit. Make it 2nd and 10 or 11 here. Todd Smith and Marco Lainez, the dynamic duo, and all things considered should be the duo for a couple years here at Hun. Lainez getting valuable experience as a sophomore. Threw him into the fire. He did pretty well. Gonna hand it off. Another good play along the line. It's Goodman getting fed, and Jude Buchanan with a good tackle
on that play. That was a great tackle.
And we're gonna get a beautiful look at it here. Starting to get chilly.
A little bit, yeah.
Can see the breath coming out on that line shot. 3rd and long with under 3 to go. Fake the handoff. Lainez wants end zone, and great play by the defensive back. It's Musa Kane knocking it away from Logan Howland. It's a good ball from Lainez, gave Howland a chance, but a better defensive stop by Kane.
A really nice play there by Kane to get the ball out of Howland's hands.
So now it's time for McManus. Looking for a 30-yard field goal. He hit from 35 just before the half. Has been perfect when he's been able to kick through the ball. They botched the snap on the last one. Let's see what happens here. Kick is up. The kick is good. A 40-burger on the board for Hun. It's 40-7 in favor of the Raiders. And McManus, another 3 points on the board for him. So 2:26 left to go in this one. Hun and Blair in a maple battle, and another look on the replay, and see the referees looking at each other. Good follow through as well from McManus. So Blair will get the ball back. It's going to be a long ride back to Blairstown. Knew they were in for a fight, and it certainly was a fight early on in this one.
Oh, boy.
As this ball checks up inside the 5, it's a live ball. Are you kidding me with this kicker?
That was a great kick. Great play by Lezer, too.
I mean, a 9-iron.
Yeah, seriously.
On a par 3, it checks up inside the 1 and goes backwards to the 5. What are you going to do if you're Blair? You're taught to let that ball bounce through the end zone for the touchback.
Yeah, he is putting on a clinic for sure.
Clock runs under 2 minutes. Students starting to make noise here at the end of the contest. As a little option pitch to the right side. Good play, good yardage to give some breathing room for Blair. Gallego Yannick, class of 2024, the nice run. I'm not going the books as a pass. I think that was forward.
It was an option, I think.
It was, but it still was forward. The ball was forward. Schuster was still behind the line of scrimmage, so it's still
okay.
Wouldn't have been a flag, but anyway. Now that is certainly a pitch. Dropped by Kane, but he picks it back up. Stays in the field of play. Clock ticks under a minute. And there's your boy Dylan Bukhari in on the stop.
Yeah, and Sean Childs as well. Childs with another great game at linebacker, making plays all over the field, has been just phenomenal for this team in the middle linebacker position for the past 2 years. It's been awesome seeing him really grow and get better.
So we'll see if Blair wants to run another play. They might just cut their losses. Now they're hustling up to the line. That'll do it. The Hun School of Princeton with a big win here at home on homecoming night to put the finishing touches on an amazing weekend here at the Hun School of Princeton. A win for Hun, and the students who were loud and raucous all evening long. 40-7 your final score. Just an all-around impressive performance. Blair battling hard, but this Hun School of Princeton team, right now they're looking like they're in mid-season form. I guess it is mid-season, but they are a well-oiled machine right now.
Yeah, they are. And it was a great finish to a great weekend. And we certainly thank you guys for helping us cover it. But it was a beautifully executed homecoming weekend, and we appreciate everybody for coming. It was amazing seeing so many people. It's amazing being back. Kids had a blast. And just a great way to end the weekend.
So that'll do it for us here on the Play by Play Sports Network. Big shout out to our crew, Melvin and Madeline on camera, Kevin Fodinger, director. It started with Jake Allen getting honored for the All-America game. That got the crowd pumped up, and then the Hun School of Princeton responded with an incredible performance. And we'll say so long to all of you. Tom, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for coming.
We'll leave you with some highlights of this Hun School win, 40-7 over Blair Academy. So long from the Hun School of Princeton.